Let's go to Jim Morgan on line 8. Hello, sir.
Good day, sir.
How you doing?
Peter, how are you doing?
Not bad at all. Yourself?
Pretty good. The weather is a bit confusing. One day it's raining, and the next day it's cold, and then it gets a bit of sun for a few hours.
Well, it's better than having it consistent and consistently bad.
I know, I agree. Pete, some time ago, about a number of weeks ago, I talked to you on a topic you brought up on your own program, where you initiated the conversation, really, about a contract that was awarded for $1 billion on installing the transmission line from Labrador to up to Soldiers Pond here on the Avalon Peninsula.
Yeah, I went to Villard, same company that got the contract for the transmission lines from Muskrat Falls to Churchill Falls.
Yeah, but the contract to Churchill Falls, of course, that was bids called for, almost like a tender call.
That's right.
And they were awarded that smaller type contract, but this one was $1 billion. And I'm of the opinion we're living in two different worlds. When I see the Auditor General's report a little while ago talking about people getting overpaid, etc., as consulting engineers in the Department of Transportation, well, that's fine. That's one thing, but here we are with a $1 billion contract, and we, the people, don't know how much what the true value was and who negotiated the contract. Was it S&C Lavalin who negotiated many more contracts for the Muskrat Falls project in Labrador? But if it's S&C, why can't we be told what the true value is, and does it include the clearing of the line coming down, which has been cleared now? They rushed the contract pretty fast, got initiatives going immediately. Now they showed photographs a little while ago on one of the media, TV media, showing that the work is being done and they're going full speed ahead. But we don't know who got paid for getting paid for the clearing, who's getting paid for setting up the towers, and who's getting paid for the lines itself, transmission lines, etc., etc. And I'm saying, where now today is the Auditor General? Do we have an Auditor General with any teeth, any power? I was always told a while back when I was critical of the Muskrat Falls and some of the projects and tenders, and I think you do too, that we were told that the Auditor General can go into Nalcor and look at the book and determine if they did things correctly.
Well, that's what they said, but then there's some question of whether or not he can if invited. So I don't know. I don't know what the rights are on that. I don't know. I know that Nalcor is not subject to the Public Tendering Act. Why? I'm not sure. But here's the answer. Essentially, if you want to boil down the answer you get every time when you ask these questions, it's, look, it's Nalcor. It's your company. They're doing the right thing for you. Trust us.
That's right.
That's essentially what we're told.
And that's not good enough, Pete. It's really not good enough. I mean, if the Auditor General can pick out things that the province is doing provincially, the government here, and he's done that, why can't he go in and look at this one contract and tell us, why is it there was no tenders called for? There was no proposals called for. Allard, who got the contract, never bid anything in there except the line going up to Muskrat Falls, much smaller contract. Yet they get a $1 billion contract, and the money is coming from us, the ratepayers and taxpayers. I
can't get any response whatsoever. When I say, why is a contest appropriate for a approximately $200 million contract? He came down with, I think it was 11 or 13 that pre-qualified, and then they, in the end, elected to go with Villard. To make the assumption that on a $1 billion or over $1 billion contract, the same company is going to come out the victor. It baffles the mind, and I can't get a response.
And for what I've learned, Pete, there was no other bids made, no tenders called for from anybody, including the Lard over in Alberta.
No.
$1 billion contract was awarded on what? On a win?
Initially, they were going to break this second contract into two, and they sort of started, I think, the process of moving towards the first tender, but then it was all canceled, and in the end, it was one contract and awarded to Villard.
It's amazing, and we're sitting by and taking that kind of stuff. And I'm saying today, my main reason for calling was, why can't, I'm calling upon one Newfoundland taxpayers, I'm calling upon the Auditor General in our province, who makes his regular reports on everything else on the go. Why can't he go in now? Never mind waiting to be invited in. Can he go in or not? Tell us. Can you go in and look at the books about regarding this one contract and give the details to the public who's paying for the contract? Can you do that, Mr. Padden? Tell us yes or no. Never mind dilly-dallying around. I respect that man, and I think we all do as Auditor General. But please, if you can give us information about certain little things going on in certain departments. Why can't you go in and look at that contract in particular and give us, the Newfoundland people, the full details as to why a company got a $1 billion contract without even bidding on it? Well, how is that done? Tell us. I want to know, and I think most Newfoundlanders do, because it's our money, it's the taxpayers' money.
Well, I will pose the question. I will contact his office and see if he can explain to us what the rules are, what the situation is, whether or not he can go in and do this of his own initiative.
Because that's a very important point. We know that they haven't got to call tenders. That was legislation put forward by Danny Williams when he was Premier and piloted the things for the House of Assembly and got it passed. We know that. They haven't got to call tenders. But surely they got to do something to tell us, to satisfy the minds of Newfoundlanders. Mm-hmm. How can you award a contract for $1 billion when nobody bid on it?
Well, what are the reasons you wouldn't go that process? What would forbid you or make you think it's a better option to not determine who can do it on what basis and for how much money?
That's right. We're entitled to know the same question you posed initially 2 or 3 weeks ago, and you were right on. We deserve to know how our money is being spent, and the Auditor General can do things to make sure it's being done, everything provincially wise, but this is a provincial contract. The money is coming from the budget, going to Nalcor. It's our money, and we deserve some attention to this big deal that was given to one company over in, and I want to make one main question. Who negotiated the contract worth of $1 billion with no tenders and no proposals? Was the company S&C Lavalin, the company that was being so dirty in the past and bribing people? Were they involved? Let us know. And Auditor General, I'm sincere what I'm saying, and I hope to persuade many, many more people who would ask the same question. Why can't you go in and look at the books for just one contract, not the whole project, but on one contract, and tell us, is this being right what's being done now? And if it's not being right, not done right, we should cancel the thing.
Jim, irrefutably valid questions, sir. I thank you for those and for your time today. And if and when I get any response whatsoever, you'll hear about it, because we're not going to waste any time getting that response on the program.
Good. In the meantime, you enjoy that Father's Day dinner you got.
I'm earning it, baby.
Take care, Pete.
Thanks, Jim.
Bye-bye.